Good afternoon. My name is Ms. Schwartz. I'm one of the counselors at Issaquah High School, and I wanted to go over some helpful tools for you. We find sometimes that students have questions about the college process or future plans with their careers, but maybe they don't know where to start. And just having a little overview of the college and career website seemed like would be beneficial for you. After I give the presentation, if there's any additional questions you have, you can reach out to the College and Career Center, or you can reach out to your individual counselor. Okay, so I wanted to show you how to get to their website in the first place. So if you start at the main Issaquah High School website and you go to Student Life, there is a section for counseling, and the first link on there is the College and Career Center. So this is their website. Sometimes they'll have some announcements up at the top. So for example, this one's about the High School and Beyond plan and how to get that done. They also have a topic of college, careers, options for volunteering, and then just other academic programs as well. And then all the High School and Beyond plan information is here. So my goal today is to just give you an overview and give you maybe some language of knowing where to start when you have questions. Okay, so first of all, looking at the main page on here, you can see a couple things. So our advisor, Miss Stevens, she has options for student drop-in meetings. You can also make appointments with your parent as well. She puts important things up in the first part of the page. So there's like a workshop coming up in early December that she wanted you to know about. You can use the QR code to sign up. And she also has upcoming events. So the workshops that I mentioned are there, but then there's also college visits with college reps that you can find on these calendars as well. And the second calendar is for scholarship deadlines, so you know when things are due. Sorry, this is the college visit calendar that I mentioned, so that's separate from the other one. And then she just always keeps people connected to things that are happening out in the community too. So if you're interested in knowing about summer programs or internships or volunteering options, she collects those from the community, and then we'll be able to post them as well. So that is the basics of the site. Her contact information is on there as well. Email might be the quickest way, but she does also have the phone available. And I'll start going through the different tabs now that you've seen the basics. So under the college tab, we have information about financial aid, so money for college. So I will start there just to show you what kind of information is there. She gives the details about should you be completing the FAFSA, which is federal, like countrywide aid, or should you be doing the WAFSA? She has a good graphic on here, but you can also start on the WAFSA website and do a basic survey to find out which one is appropriate for you. So she has links to all of those. What I really love about this website too is that if you want to learn more about a certain type of aid, so let's say you want to learn about grants, which are money that you technically don't have to pay back, they're not like loans, you can just click on these little arrows and they will give you more information. So if you were like, I don't even know where to start, I don't know the types of financial aid, you can click on that arrow and get the basics. You can do that for everything here. There's some good scholarships in here. Washington College Grant is pretty neat and it's pretty new, so take a look at that if you're interested. Every topic imaginable is on here, which is pretty cool. And then links to how to apply as well. Frequently asked questions, things to avoid when you're filling out your application, and then just things that she has heard people have questions about and wants to make sure that you have the correct answers for that. Okay, so other options for money for college would be scholarships. So that's also on the college tab. Scholarships are money that you're not repaying, and there are many sources for these. So she's got her deadlines for you, frequently asked questions, and then she's also got these websites where you can fill out a profile, and then actually, based on the answers you put in, it will tell you you're eligible for these scholarships. So washboard.org is a good one for that. So is FastWeb, and she's got all those links on here. All right. Many people ask about the college applications, especially if maybe your parents were not used to the same system that we use in the US, or it's just been a really long time since they've applied to college. So we have information about the essays. We have information about just kind of how to plan for college. So one thing that's really cool on here, because people often don't know where to start, is the timelines by grade level. So just thinking about, okay, what is my graduation class? What do I need to do in the years that I have left? So she's got good resources for that. I'll just click on 9th grade, just some details about what to do. And then there's also a graphic. So she's linking you to tons of good websites to find all this information. Okay, so that is pretty much the college section of it. If you want to learn more about careers, there are options for apprenticeships, and you can find out what those programs are, how they prepare you for different careers. So for example, if you wanted to work with iron and metal, you can learn what that program is like, 4 weeks of training, requirements to sign up. All the training is free for this one in particular, and then they give you the contact information. So lots of options here, and there's a wealth of information about what these all are. So if you're not familiar with a term like a glazier, you can find out what they do and determine whether you have interest in that. Internships is another section of the website that she updates quite frequently. So these are companies in the area that usually work with high school students to allow you to have internship kind of on the job training. These might look a little different while we're remote, so I would definitely reach out to the people who run them to find out what that looks like for this year. And then just like before, we can click on the arrows and we can get contact information or links to applications. You can also search for a job on here, and you can also look for information for the military as well. I often get questions from students about volunteering, and if you need to track your hours, that's not actually a requirement, but if you wanted to, you could use our PTSA, which stands for Parent Teacher Student organization, and you can log your community service that way. You can also look at local organizations to start with if you don't know who to contact, but you know you want to volunteer. And academics is another good tab. So the WANIC program is something that is Washington state-wide, and it allows you to earn high school credit for some classes that also train you in a certain area. So like, for example, our school has a sports med program, and anybody at IHS can just join that program, but other students from across the district can also apply through WANIC to be in that program. We have welding, we have some very artistic courses, we've got computer networking, lots of cool things that you can do at area locations. And you're usually a part-time student at IHS, and then in the morning or afternoon, you do classes with them. So that's something to think about. Usually students will do that in 10th or 12th grade, but there's sometimes summer as well. And then we have dual credit classes. I think you had some information given to you last year with a handout, but I'll provide that as well to your teachers so you have access. So this is basically, you can take a class at the high school, but you can also request to earn college credit for some of those as well. So you can go follow this link. You can look at our course guide to find out what those classes are. And what's neat is some of those classes, if you do a certain combination of them, you can also earn your graduation pathway, but which can be in place of the English and math testing that we normally do at the state level. So we always encourage students to test, but this can be like a backup. option as well. So talk with your counselor about what courses you're taking and what you might want to plan to take if you'd like to take advantage of that. We also have, I think, money at the district level for if a student is not able to pay for the $50 fee that goes through this CTE dual credit. We can talk with the district and see if you qualify for those funds. So contact your counselor about that as well. There's also things like study abroad if you wanted to take some coursework in another country, and information about summer programs. So we have a ton of information on here. You've already had videos about the high school and beyond plan, but this is just for a refresher. This is something you build on every year to try and gain an understanding of what you'd like to do, what careers you might be good at, and just store all that information in one place. Okay, so in a nutshell, that is the College and Career Center website. I know I spoke kind of quickly about everything, so I want you to take some time to explore that on your own and see what financial resources and some other things that you might be interested in. This was meant to just be a starting point so that you would have some language, like some names of things, to be able to then ask questions of your counselor, or to do some of those drop-in meetings with Ms. Stevens, or make an appointment if you needed anything further. Okay, I hope this was informative, and I look forward to getting questions from students. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.